While Seulgi was watching Byung Jin and Tae-jun from a distance, Jae suddenly pulled her away. It was then revealed that Seulgi had lied about finding the missing part of Gianna and Apo's diary, which claimed there was a recording of the surgery. Knowing Yeri would record her conversation with Jae and report it back to Tae-jun, Seulgi devised a plan. Seulgi approached Jae for help in her scheme to trap Tae-jun. Their goal was to pretend they were searching for the surgery footage, hoping to pressure Tae-jun into revealing Gianna's location. Believing their plan was working, Jae saw her mother preparing food, assuming she was going to deliver it to Gianna. They borrowed a car from Choi Kyung to follow Jae's mother, hoping she would lead them to Gianna so they could bring her to testify in court. However, as they continued to tail Jae's mother, doubts started creeping in. The doctor was taking much longer than expected, and with the trial set to begin soon, they grew anxious. To their dismay, they arrived at an orphanage instead of Gianna's location. Realizing they had been deceived, Seulgi and Jae were devastated. The trial concluded with a victory for Tae-jun, as Gianna failed to appear and testify. Later, on their way home, Seulgi confided in her stepmother about their failed plan. She suggested that Tae-jun might have known all along that they would never be able to bring Gianna to court. Meanwhile, Tae-jun handed Jae footage from Seulgi and Apo's stepmother's car. To her shock, she watched the horrifying moment when Seulgi and her stepmother were involved in a car accident, a chilling message, as if to warn her. Tae-jun then brought Jae to a secluded house where Gianna was being held. As Jae tried to leave with Gianna, an alarm went off, causing Gianna to panic. Tae-jun revealed the devastating truth: it was Gianna who had killed teacher Do-hyuk, not him. He justified declaring her dead as a way to cover up the crime and claimed to have erased parts of her memory to relieve her suffering. Jae accused Tae-jun of manipulating Gianna and destroying her life. She criticized him for refusing to accept that his daughter's life had been ruined. Tae-jun, in anger, insisted that he had done it all for Jae's sake. In response, Jae defiantly promised to live up to her father's expectations and become a daughter he could be proud of. Upon further investigation, it was discovered that someone had deliberately punctured the tires of Seulgi's stepmother's car. However, her stepmother chose not to reveal the truth to Seulgi. Seulgi grew increasingly worried when Jae remained absent from school. She tried to contact her, only to discover that Jae had changed her number. Desperate, she searched for her at familiar places and even visited her house, but there was no sign of her. In a final attempt, Seulgi went to Jae Medical Center, where she finally found Jae studying. Jae then coldly confronted Seulgi, claiming she had only used her to expose her father's crimes because it was entertaining. She mocked Seulgi for being so easily deceived and thinking they were on the same side. Thanking Seulgi for the amusement, Jae warned her to stop searching for Gianna before walking away, leaving Seulgi devastated and heartbroken.